It's January 2020, and that means it is a new month of a new year of a new decennium. So I would like to start to share more with you from the 16 Guidelines for Life. That's a program that I facilitate, and it's a fantastic program. It gives practical tools for making life better, for when life is challenging, that we have the tools how to deal with them, but also to change our minds, our habits that are maybe not so helpful, our mindsets that are not so helpful. So I'm going to read you a little bit about the book every day. I'm going to give you a challenge because when you do the course with me, or with any of the other global facilitators, this course is being taught over more than 25 countries in the world now. And I'm going to share in a few of these films a guideline every day. The next course that I'm teaching is on the 16th of February, one Sunday, and then the week after, the next Sunday, it's a 2-day workshop. In the Netherlands, I'll be teaching that one in Dutch, but I'm going to video these and record these videos in English. So they are the book that you'll get on the course will be in Dutch in the Netherlands. So that's great news because it's translated in many languages now. So introduction to the 16 Guidelines for Life. The 16 Guidelines are a direct and practical tool for making life better. They provide a simple and yet robust framework for reflecting on the way we think, speak, act, and for creating the courses to experience lasting happiness and meaning. The latest research, being carried out by neuroscientists, suggests that each of us has the potential to continue developing and transforming our minds, from birth right up until death. The 16 Guidelines show us how to do this in a way that will benefit not only ourselves, but also others. So the guidelines run in a continuous circle from humility to courage and are underpinned with 4 philosophical themes: how we think, how we act, how we relate, and how we find meaning in life. The more deeply we explore these themes, the more profound our experiences of the guidelines will become. Many people are finding that they offer the key to developing resilience in the face of the challenges and stress of modern life. So the first guideline in how we think, the first wisdom theme, is humility. And every guideline has a role model. And in this case, it's Helen Keller with humility. And we'll talk about more in the course about that. So how does humility lead to happiness? I will read a little bit more of the book. Humility arises when our defenses are stripped away. Those thoughts that whisper to tell us that we are unique or special, that we are under threat or being judged, that we need to protect ourselves. Humility allows us to admit that we are fearful and vulnerable, that we don't always get it right and don't always know what to do. This can often create the conditions for self-acceptance and for inner calm. A person with humility has the intelligence to recognize that we are all completely dependent on each other, that what we consume depends on a web of connections across the globe, and that we all depend on practical and emotional support from others for our existence. To realize this is to be in touch with reality. So humility is a great skill to develop, and with the 16 Guidelines you'll be taught how to develop humility in your life. I would like to then also every day to give you a challenge. The book has with every guideline it has a challenge, and this one particularly goes like this. When people try to speak to you today, when they do that, do you then continue with what you're doing sometimes, such as cooking a meal, reading a newspaper, or looking at a computer screen or your telephone screen? Do you treat them as if they were not important enough to have your full attention? And next time when this happens, stop what you're doing. Make eye contact and listen carefully. Note one thing that you have learned from this experience. So that was the first guideline that I've been sharing with you today, humility. And perhaps you can also check up today, where today can you apply humility? That might benefit not only yourself, but also others. Thank you very much. If you want to find out more about the 16 Guidelines program, go to my website at www.solutionways.com, or you can go on to the www.compassionandwisdom.org, where you can find out more about all the other courses that the Foundation for Development for Compassion and Wisdom facilitates all over the world. Thank you so much, and I look forward to sharing the next video with you next time.